Last time, we explored the concept of flow, that rare state where time slows down, all the distractions fade away, and you become fully immersed in what you are doing. It's not just about focus, it's the total presence. But flow doesn't happen by chance. It needs right conditions and right mindset to completely enter into the flow state. And if we talk about right conditions, that's where the eudaimonia machine enters the picture. It was first conceptualized by architect David Devane as a practical architectural response to a modern problem, the fragmentation of attention. His aim was to create an environment where people could consistently produce their highest quality work. The goal of the machine, David explained, is to create a setting where the users can get into the state of deep human flourishing. When Cal Newport discovered Devane's concept of eudaimonia machine, he saw it more than just an architectural idea. He saw a symbol, a structured path that reflects how our mind should transition into focus. For Newport, the machine wasn't just a space, it was a strategy, a way to defend what matters most in a distracted world. To truly understand the meaning behind the eudaimonia machine, we have to go back over 2000 years to Aristotle. In his work, he described eudaimonia such as it was something far more enduring, the state of living in alignment with your highest nature. For Aristotle, it means flourishing, becoming the most excellent version of yourself through reason, virtue, and purposeful action. A kind of well being that emerges not from what we consume, but from what we create when we live with intention. The eudaimonia machine isn't just a building, it's a carefully designed experience, a step by step journey that reflects how our mind adapts new things. From noise to focus, from scattered thoughts to deep creative work. In each room inside the designed building represents a kind of mental shift, in which, with every step forward, distractions are stripped away and your focus becomes sharper. By the time you reach the final room, you are not just working, you are creating at your highest level. Because in each next level, there is less noise than the previous one, creating our mindset to slowly shift towards deep work. Now let's walk through each stage step by step, from the outermost room of stimulation to the inner space where flow begins and true meaning is found. This is where the journey begins, in the gallery, where the office entrance is set up to showcase company's work, clients, awards, masterful writings, and many more things. This display functions as inspiration for the employees and visitors, and motivates them as they enter the space. It creates a kind of mental shift. Now you are no longer in the world of noise, you have stepped into the space where depth matters. Once your mind is ready, it needs to move forward to engage and to explore. And that's exactly what the next room is built for. The salon. It is a space for conversation. Here ideas are exchanged freely. It is a comfortable place to hang out, talk, and debate. The salon is critical because, as Devane highlighted, that his concept doesn't focus totally on individual focused work. The importance and potential of cooperation should not be underestimated. The salon aims to optimize both of these things and separate them to make them more effective. After that spark of conversation, something shifts, the energy settles, and the mind begins to turn inwards. You have gathered ideas, now it's time to refine them. And for that, you step into the next space. This is where silence returns, but it's not empty. Library is a space of input, not for the output. And you don't speak here, you read, you research, and you absorb the knowledge. In library, you get a chance to sit with great minds through the medium of books. This is where you prepare your mind to create something real. Devane describes the library as the hard drive of the machine. The distractions are now gone and the work is getting closer. The next room is the office space. It contains a standard conference room with a whiteboard and some cubicles with desks. Devane explains the office as it is for the low intensity activities. You are still focused here, but now there is motion. Tasks like emails, scheduling, and making notes, they are handled here with intention, not distraction. Now you are no longer preparing to go deep, you are standing right at the edge of it. This brings us to the final room of the machine, a collection of what Devane calls deep work chambers. An employee walks into one of the chambers, in which each chamber is made up of and protected by thick soundproof walls. As the room is peaceful and isolated enough for deep focus, where you can extract as much as possible value from your work. By the strategy given by Devane, in which he imagines a process in which you spend 90 minutes inside and then take a 90-minute break and repeat it for 2 or 3 times so that your brain can achieve its limit of concentration for the day. At last, Cal Newport says deep work is like a superpower in today's distracted world. It means focusing fully on what matters with no interruptions. That's how real progress happens. The eudaimonia machine is just a pathway to build the kind of focus into your space, your routine, and in your life. Because when you protect your focus, you can easily able to get into the flow state and extract the best from your work. Thank you so much for watching the video. Till then, go deep, stay there, design your day like it matters, because it does.